Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your daily dose of Heroes of the Storm. My name is Serendeth, and today we are playing the Ghost Nova.
Locked and loaded.
As we load into the game, today we find ourselves on the Tomb of the Spider Queen map. My team, Nova, Malfurion, Sergeant Hammer, Illidan, and Vala. Enemies team, Anubarak, Sylvanas, Malfurion, Zeratul, and Sergeant Hammer. Now, I'm going to preface this video by saying that I don't really play Nova all that much. It has nothing to do with the hero itself. I think that she's a great hero. I just, I have a hard time playing the stealthy characters. It's just, it's tough for me. So, at the first talent tier, we are going to take Ambush Snipe. What this is going to do is, anytime we snipe somebody with our Q while we are cloaked, or shortly after that, we are going to deal increased damage.
Strictly business.
My abilities, Q is Snipe. It's a skill shot that does a significant amount of damage. My W is called Pinning Shot. What this does is
On the move.
alright. Pinning Shot. It does some damage and it slows the enemy. And my E, as you saw, is Hollow Decoy. It's not actually an escape. What this does is
Will someone please shoot this guy?
the Hollow basically appears, mimics an ability, and right now it doesn't do any damage. Gonna rotate around here. Hit him up. So, Nova's passive, as you saw, is a cloak. The cloak will... It's not a stealth... man, I'm terrible at this. Uh-oh. The cloak is not a stealth, it is strictly that. It's a cloak. It will only hide you, it'll... Well, you're not invisible, basically. I'm going to soak up experience here. Nova is not very good at clearing waves.
Yeah, I like that.
So, the Tomb of the Spider Queen map, what are the objectives? Well, the objectives are basically...
Kill this fool.
didn't want to get caught in that. Back out. So, the spiders, as you see on the map, they will actually drop. Excellent job.
Acknowledged.
So they will drop, as well as some heroes. They'll drop these gems. You turn these gems in, and you actually get a mob that's going to spawn that's going to push the lanes really hard for you. The mobs will do a frontal... it's like a wave attack that they do. And they'll also summon up minions that will soak tower shots and things like that for them. So at this talent tier, we're going to take... I would normally recommend taking Gathering Power if you're really good at staying alive and really good at taking enemy heroes down. But I'm going to take in Venom. This is going to help me get that little bit of burst that I need, help me finish opponents off, things like that.
Kill this fool.
Loud and clear.
So Nova I could sneak back into there as Nova, but I'm not going to. Instead, I'm going to miss my snipe again. Oh man.
I'll make it happen.
So Nova, she heavily relies on you getting those snipes off when you're cloaked, and I'm not good at it, as you can see. I'm gonna mount up. So every time you do use an ability, use the shrine, stuff like that, mount up. You actually lose your cloak.
Kill this fool.
I'm just gonna envenom him, make sure he dies. At this talent tier, we're gonna take anti-armor shells. Now what this is gonna do is, it's going to actually... Oh, she just actually knocked him away from my snipe. So what anti-armor shells do is you attack, I believe it's 3 times slower, but you do significantly more damage. So another thing you can do is the enemy has a chance to pick these up. You can actually prevent them from getting those. So we just got the objective. You're going to see there's going to be a set of, I think they're called web weavers, that are going to spawn up. And they will actually push the lane pretty hard for us. And here she is, the web weaver. I'm going to sneak up and around. I'm going to let my cloak come back up. I am very low on mana. I'm going to back out, and I'm going to tap the well really quick and then go back in. So the objective slowly loses health as it goes on. So it's one of those objectives that it really helps if you're already ahead when you activate it. But it still has its merits in other ways. So if you're being pushed really hard, you can actually use it to help get yourselves back on the map a bit. At this talent tier, we're actually going to take... I'm going to take Precision Shot. There we go. Now, Precision Shot, what this heroic ability is it's a targetable skill shot that does a lot of area damage. If I had the mana, I'd show you. So there you go. It does a lot of damage. Not much I could have done there for him. He got hit up. Oh. I got caught out there. They were baiting it. I should have known. I should have known. There are a few builds you can play with for Nova. I believe the last video I showed Nova with a really cool... So enemy just got their web weavers out. So I showed her with like a hollow build. This time I'm going to show her more of a team fighter. I am going to come down to this lane here. So if I remember correctly, the web weavers will only go as far as you have the lane push. So if you have the lane push like all the way back into the enemy territory, they'll spawn all the way back there. But if your lane is pushed back out, then you're not going to get very far. I'm going to wait for that to go out. I'm going to try and... I don't want to get caught in those. Once this goes down, alright, she'll stop spawning these things. Wait for my cloak to go back up. Come in from behind.
Here comes the light show. Executing. Bring them. Keep up the healing.
Choose a talent.
Gotta love this medic. I'll make it happen. A little help here.
Soon your foes shall know my power firsthand.
Alright, so I was actually looking for the Zeratul there. I missed my snipe on him. So, we just got Web Weavers. At this talent here, what I was saying is, there are a few ways you can go. You can go Hollow Decoys, deal damage. Advanced... You can go Advanced Cloaking. I've seen that used as a pretty significant, pretty interesting build. You can also go Headshot, which reduces your hero's cooldowns whenever you actually kill another hero. We are going to go Lethal Decoy. This is going to give us some pretty good burst. So what this does is whenever our I am really bad at these snipes. Ah, no, I got hit by the Sylvanas Banshee whale thing.
Thanks for the heal.
A wrap around. I'm fairly certain I just saw Zeratul. Yep. So the Hollow Decoy will actually mimic some abilities and attack. Like that. And that's going to give us a lot of damage now.
Orbital cannon.
So with the oh no. Nice. Alright. With the Precision Strike, it's a really good way of, like, if an enemy gets away, to, I can help, but I'm not going to be able to do a ton. It's a really good way at making sure enemies don't get away.
Executing.
I'm going to let my cloak come up. Okay, I think we're going to back out. So, I'm going to mount up, which is, again, going to remove my cloak and just come in here and help with this. So, it starts out at 50. Every time you turn in, it becomes 5 more.
Let us capture this mercenary.
They want to get the siege camp at the bottom. So, the map is broken down. You have 1 siege camp, 2 night camps here and here, and then you have a boss at the top. Now the boss is situated in such a way
Executing.
that it's in a very strange spot. So last time I think we went with double fake. This time we're going to go very team fight oriented, and we're going to go pinning shot increases all damage done. This is going to give us that vulnerability that we had last time.
Acknowledge.
So basically, you don't have to use the precision shot to actually kill the enemy. If you make them do something that they don't want to do, like, oh, I'm not going to move forward because I'll die, and I'll just stay here and die anyway, it's a successful heroic. Would it have been better if I would have killed him with it? Sure, obviously. But you got to remember, it's like Nazebo's zombie wall. You don't have to catch the enemy in the zombie wall for it to be a successful zombie wall. There are other ways to make it successful. Oh, don't want to get shot too many times. Just going to back out. I'm going to rotate up. I'm going to help this Sergeant Hammer out. If the Sylvanas keeps coming down here, she probably knows something's up. I'm watching for a Zeratul as well. So when you stand still, you actually, you're harder to see. You can still be seen, but you're harder. Alright, so I was a little rusty with Nova, but I'm starting to get back in the swing of things, as you guys can see. Like I said, it really comes down to using her skill shot. Like, if you can land that, you're going to do so good. But if you have a hard time landing these skill shots, because all your damage is really going to come from your snipe, pinning shot combo. Ooh, they want to take the boss. Now, the enemy is coming back up, so I'm not necessarily sure this is the best of ideas. We don't want them to basically come in there and get us. Alright, we're going to do it anyway. Gotta make sure we're all in here. Get the vulnerabilities out there. So, the Malfurion actually took Scouting Drone. This is actually a pretty good thing for this map. Scouting Drone is going to give you a lot of sight, which is very valuable in a map like this, especially like with turn-ins and things like that. Going to sweep down. He saw the Illidan. Saw the Illidan. He's probably over this way. There he is. Oh, I missed the shot, but we got him anyway.
I always get my target.
So there's a few ways that you can actually
On the move.
use your combo. You can pinning shot, snipe, and then use your hollow decoy with your auto attack. That's going to give a lot of burst. You could snipe pinning shot, and then use your hollow decoy. Because remember, you don't actually have to be cloaked. It's shortly after being cloaked that you deal extra damage with your snipe. Alright. So as you can see, this one up here, we had the lane push all the way into here. It's going to spawn right at the keep. Well, if there was a keep up there, it spawned at the keep anyway. At this talent tier, we are going to take... I'm a fan of things like escapes, so we're going to take Bolt of the Storm. Nova doesn't traditionally have an escape, so this is going to be our escape. Alright, I'm going to punish this. It's going to punish that Sergeant Hammer there. Sergeant Hammer recently got a slight... I wouldn't even call it a slight nerf. A pretty big nerf. She actually got a pretty hefty health reduction, so she's not quite the tanking tank that she was before. Alright, we see the Zeratul over here. I was gonna hit him, but we might be able to win here. That Sergeant Hammer is back up again. Once she overextends, I'm gonna snag her. I'm gonna come around the side. Remember, where there's a Nova, you're never safe. Recloak. Alright. I can get back in the behind the lines now. Just did a lot of damage to that Sergeant Hammer. We lost a lot of people there. It's alright. We can D up. Ooh, if the Sylvanas pushes out too far, I can get her. Alright. So I just used an aggressive bolt there to make sure I got the kill. That puts her out of the game for 50 seconds right now. So the enemy just got their web weavers. It's alright. I'm actually going to rotate back, tap the well. Looks like the Illidan had the same idea that I did. So the only one who actually got anywhere... Again, whenever you can, just punish people with your ultimate. And see, the Illidan capitalized on that, which is really, really smart. Our combo's back up. And he can't get away from us. There's that combo again. So unfortunately, Nova cannot clear waves. I'm gonna move up here. I'm just gonna be a little aggressive. You can be a little aggressive with Nova. Just remember, you're not invisible. People can still see you. Alright, Web Weavers are down. They want to get the siege camp. I think that's a fantastic idea. We currently have the advantage. They took down one of our forts. They currently have 3 keeps down. All lanes, except for the bottom lane, are pushing in. They need a D up. I'm going to move down here, help them... Oh, they're going to have it already. I'm going to move in the turn in. I don't think we have enough for a full turn in. Are they bossing? That seems like a really risky move on their part. We'll go up here and check. Looks like they're going to try to. Oh, I just totally misclicked. I totally misclicked. Sometimes you gotta remember that you set the buttons to different areas. So I meant to embed them. I hit Bolt of the Storm. I don't think they would have saved me there. I got stunned by the Anubrak. He did a really good job of hitting me up there. It's a really risky play. I don't know if it's gonna be... Oh! Oh, if this Sergeant Hammer can get this boss, this would be... Oh! Wow, that was really, really good. Very smooth, Sergeant Hammer. Very smooth. So, we currently have... Oh, it's GG. It is GG. I just was looking down there, I was like, hey, we have Giants pushing in. Well, I hope that you liked this look at sort of a team comp-oriented Nova build with the vulnerability on her W. She has a lot of a really great burst potential, but you got to remember with her, you're not invisible when you're cloaked, so you still have to play conservatively, and until you hit 20, you don't really have an escape. But thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Until next time, I will catch you all later. I wonder if like her eyes glow because it's some kind of augmentation she has. Like you become a ghost and you get blue glowy eyes. I mean, if it's like some kind of bionic enhancement, then why does she have the goggles? Or a scope? Yeah, it's weird.